Primetime Local News Late Edition, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Primetime Local News Late Edition. My name is Reese Andrews. Members of the Bitul Aman Mosque held a funeral prayer on Friday for 9 lives that were taken during worship in West African country on January 11th. Our Abby St. John has more.
A funeral prayer was held in absentia at the Bitul Aman Mosque for the 9 Ahmadi elders that were killed in the West African country Burkina Faso for their religious beliefs. Community members in the border city and all over the world mourn the loss of the members they consider brothers.
We are all brothers. It's as if that they were one of our family members. So we hear the members of the Ahmadi Muslim community here. We've been devastated, we've been hurt, and it's because of the hate that certain people hold. If it could happen in Pakistan, it could happen in Burkina Faso. It happened in Burkina Faso. It's such acts of violence take place in different places. So our job, or what we try and do, is to create that love for one another, create that passion for one another, and create a stage where we can give an opportunity to other faith organizations to come and share their beliefs as well, so that we can connect one way or another.
It's a kind of vigil prayer that we are offering, and hopefully with this one we want to bring the communities together. We want to bring we want to pay attention towards or seek attention from the authorities here as well, to acknowledge like this is what happened, and these events should not be, or these incidents should not be happening. We are praying and preaching love for all, hatred for none, and we are a very peaceful community everywhere, all around the world, and we strongly condemn this incident which happened over there.
Members of the faith have been and continue to be affected by the loss of their 9 brothers. However, through all that, they still offer peace and love to the communities around them.
It really saddens us, like those are our brothers. Those are our the affected people over there, like they're our brothers, our sisters, and those who were killed were our brothers. So it's just like within Ahmadiyyat, we are all as a big family. So it's just like when you lose your brother or sister, it affects you. It is affecting all of us. We believe in love for all, hatred for none. That is our message to all of the world and the community here as well.
Through the morning, the members of the mosque here in the border city encourage anybody who has questions or are interested in learning more about the faith to reach out.
So perhaps through this we can still, although we're extremely sad by this news and this incident, we still wish to send out love, and if members feel any kind of hate against us, against Islam or anything related to the immigrants, they're more than welcome. Our mosque is always open. They can come to our mosque and talk to us, question us, right? Speak to us. It's through dialogues that we can build better relationships.
For Primetime Local News, I'm Abby St. John.
Another meeting at the Lloydminster Rotary Club brought eco-saving to the construction site.
Eliminating thermal bridging altogether, so there's no studs in the walls, so there's no heat transfer.
EcoPlast Solutions, the company who is presenting to the club, is a construction-based company using plastics to build homes.
Plastic bottles, used beverage containers that are shredded up and melted down and blown into a foam, and we take that foam core material and we laminate it and make it structural and build housing with it.
Made from recycled bottles and plastics, EcoPlast creates homes with durable material that saves plastics from our landfills. For more information, check out their website at ecoplastsolutions.com. Now it's time to take a look into the PTLN archives for this week's retrospect.
As we've been experiencing sky-high gas prices over the past few months, we turn back the clock to 1994 as Lloydminster sees gas prices drop.
While gas station employees were climbing today, gasoline prices were dropping. Some stations around the border city have lowered prices by 4 cents, leaving regular unleaded fuel at $45.9 a liter, causing some stations to take action to remain competitive.
We understand Superstore and Mohawk moved yesterday afternoon, and of course when we contact our head office this morning, they said follow them, so we're changing as well.
Superstore lowered their gas prices Wednesday at 5 p.m., with Mohawk following suit late yesterday afternoon. According to Superstore, the reduction is to get on the same page as the rest of Alberta.
Well, basically to keep more in line with Alberta gas prices, and by reviewing the other prices in Alberta, I guess they decided it was time to go down.
The lower prices have resulted in an increase in business at local pumps. One Midwest customer says he's going to make sure that he takes complete advantage of the deal on gasoline by keeping his car full.
I think if the prices stay like this, she's always going to be on the top half full. Although I won't let her go under half empty.
As people are noticing the prices, I think prices have been the same for so long that people are just starting to notice. Well, yesterday and today, but yeah, business is picked up.
Gas prices have remained steady for a long period now, but as people become aware of the bargain on fuel, scenes like this will become more common.
And now we take a look at how those in Lloydminster worked to reduce smoking in 1998.
12 restaurants and food establishments will be going smoke-free today in Lloydminster, all in support of the 20th annual Weedless Wednesday campaign. A third of the 12 are already designated as smoke-free establishments. Cappuccino Voltaire, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Subway, and Ton of Fun will be joined by 7 others who will become weedless for the day. The Lloydminster Health District is pleased by this year's participation. They hope more restaurants will adopt the non-smoking policy in the future.
70% of the population is non-smoking, so we're hoping that we can share this with the restaurant owners and see that they're missing a majority of the business here.
Cappuccino Voltaire has been smoke-free since it opened in 1996. It has no plans to ever allow smoking. Owners of Cappuccino Voltaire don't feel that being smoke-free has hurt their business at all.
We have people that come in that ask if they can have an ashtray, that type of question, and we tell them that it's a smoke-free environment, and they will still stay and enjoy the food and go elsewhere to have their cigarette.
Posters alerting people to Weedless Wednesday appear in Cappuccino Voltaire, as well as the other participating locations.
Tobacco is the leading cause of death and preventable disease in Canada today. Every year, an estimated 1,600 people in Saskatchewan die from tobacco-related illnesses. Health officials are hoping campaigns like Weedless Wednesday will increase public awareness. A group of local students from E.S. Laird School is leading the way to help people kick the habit.
Teens against smoking and tobacco everywhere are actively researching tobacco consumption to see what can be done to prevent it.
We decided together that we were going to do this for the community so that it will cause less deaths and stuff like that from it, and we thought it would help Lloydminster to become a better place.
Monday night, the group took part in the City Council meeting and had Deputy Mayor Duff Stewart proclaim the week Anti-Smoking Week. The Lloydminster Health District is extremely pleased the teens are getting involved with the anti-smoking campaign. They hope the teens will set a positive example for their peers and help prevent them from lighting up.
48% of teenage females in Alberta are smoking. Now that's up almost double from what it was 5 years ago. Alberta has enacted a tobacco reduction strategy plan, and part of our actions that we're doing this week are part of that plan to reduce the amount of smoking because it's way too high.
Today, the Lloydminster Health District announced the implementation of its 100% smoke-free policy. This means smoking will now be banned in all buildings owned and operated by the Health Board. Just one more attempt to help Canadians put the need to smoke out for good.
This has been our look back at this week in retrospect.
Retrospect this week is brought to you by Webb's Ford. Worth your while to drive the extra mile. Webb's Ford in Vermilion.
ABC Life Literacy Canada is offering a free program to help Canadians with money management. Our Shelby Clark has more.
We are joined here today for Primetime Local News with ABC Executive Director Allison Howard. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, Allison.
My pleasure to be here.
Of course, because starting off the new year with ABC, we are speaking on money management and improving financial literacy. So, what exactly is ABC wanting to focus on?
Well, financial literacy is a topic that affects everyone differently at different stages of your life. And of course, the new year is a great time for people making resolutions. And one of those resolutions is often to take better charge of your money, your finances. So, ABC Life Literacy Canada offers a program that is for free to everyone. We have many resources that you can download for free from our website at abcmoneymatters.ca. We also often offer them as local workshops, and we have lots on the go in every province around Canada.
And we know this is a main concern, among Canadians. Now, can you expand on the statistics when it comes to this when dealing with money issues?
Sure. It's important for everyone to know that this is very common for people to have questions about finances or what they can do to help improve their own financial management. We know from the research that over half of Canadians face unsuitable numeracy skills. Less than half, only 46%, have a budget. And 4 in 10 have said that money is a daily concern to them. And we know that a third of low income Canadians report that they worry about money almost constantly. These are really important pieces that affect our daily life, our well being, our stress levels. And finance is one of those topics that it's almost it's a challenge in itself just to reach out for help, for people to admit I'm an adult and I struggle with these concepts and these issues and I have lots of questions and I'm not sure I want to admit that to anyone because as an adult we're just kind of expected to understand finances somehow. So it's important to know that you're not alone. There are lots of people with similar questions, and there are free resources out there for the taking.
And for people interested in this Money Matters program that ABC Life Literacy Canada is offering, how would you say this benefits them when trying it out?
Well, this is the, as I said, free introductory program. So our materials are written for the adult learner in mind. They're written at a grade 6 to 8 reading level or so. It's introductory type materials. They cover a lot of groundwork, a lot of the basics, many different topics. They're all fairly short pieces to go through. So the time commitment is very flexible. It's whatever you're looking for. Lots of different topics, spending plans, banking basics, borrowing monies, ways to save. We have so many different concerns at different points in our life. Maybe you're looking to move out on your own for the first time and you want to know how to save up money for that. Or maybe you're looking to retire and you want to know if you have enough money to retire. There's many different issues that affect us at different times. So these kinds of resources are there to help you based on your needs, and they help you reduce your stress and your anxiety around these because they give you the basics for these topics, help to give you a starting point, and then you know where to go to next. Have that confidence to move to the next step.
Perfect, Allison. And I just want to end it off with helping get that information out there for people watching this or they want to check it out, where they can find it all online for this program.
Well, our online materials, they're all found at the abcskillshub.ca. That's everything we've got. But the Money Matters, the financial literacy programming that we have, which we've had great support from our founding sponsor, TD Bank Group, since 2011, since the program started. The fact that we do have a lot of online resources is a great opportunity for people who want to explore these topics in the privacy of their own home, and it's all completely confidential and free. So those materials specifically on financial literacy, you can find at abcmoneymatters.ca.
Well, I'm really glad we're able to speak and help get the word out there about this free program because you never know who may need it right now. Of course, with the money issues, I know we all got it. So I think it's really important to be able to speak with you on this, Allison. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
The Lakeland Rustlers women's basketball team faced off against the King's University Eagles this past Friday. Our Callan Dunlop has more on that.
This weekend, the Rustlers matched up in back-to-back games against the Eagles. Game 1 on Friday was quite the contest. The Rustlers held an 18-point lead at the end of the half, but the game wasn't sealed just yet. Foul trouble brought the King's University in striking distance, with time remaining in the fourth. With a clutch steal and bucket to match, Bethany Montauban put the game just out of reach, and managed to get the player of the game.
Beth's an absolute firecracker for us. She creates a lot of pace the way she defends and pushes the ball, and she's been playing really well out of the ball screens for us. So I was really happy with how she triggered her offense today, and defensively she makes it so tough on opposing players. So fantastic game for her, even though she got in a bit of foul trouble.
With clutch defense leading to 3 steals to game-clinching layups, Bethany Montauban deserved that player of the game.
My teammates had a lot to say. Like, defensively, they said that I really earned it, and I think that last pick that I had in the fourth, within like the last minute, I thought that was pretty crucial, just because it was a tight game. We needed a momentum change, and I was just glad that I could, get that bucket.
Despite walking out with the win, King wants the team to be aware about late-game fouling.
We just kept putting them on the foul line, and that really killed the rhythm of the game. And I think as a young team, we've got to get a lot smarter with our fouls and kind of how we play a game. When you're up like that, you need to put away a team early and not let them hang around to the end. We gave them a little momentum.
After winning both contests over the weekend, the Lakeland Rustlers move up to 4th in the division with a 4-game win streak to boot. This has been Callan Dunlop, Primetime Local News.
That's all the time we have for you today on Primetime Local News Late Edition. Thank you for joining us and have a great night.